Wow, a little more than 3 weeks to Thanksgiving, and that means it's time to do some recipe research. So we start this week's Explore Tulsa at T-Town's new home for the coolest bookworms.
Then a tradition for fun.
Followed by a new kind of place to collaborate.
Plus, what's good on the grill.
Hi, I'm Stevie Fernandez.
And I'm Trish Whitmer. It's good to have you join us again for this week's Explore Tulsa. Stevie, why do you have those glasses on?
These are my Halloween reading glasses. I thought I'd try to look, a little more dignified when we visit the downtown library and all the cool things going on there.
It is a very beautiful upgrade with all sorts of amenities designed to make library time fun again.
So I would say the first day I walked into this library, 2010, I had never been to Tulsa before. I knew that something probably needed to happen. So it's a very well-loved and well-used facility. So the business of libraries has really changed dramatically, obviously, in the computer age. But we have to remember the internet's been with us for 30 years, and so libraries have adapted right along with it. Certainly in the past, we were thought of more as a book warehouse, and we've moved far beyond that. Really, we're a place today in the 21st century where people are coming to use libraries, sure, to find a great book or get connected with information, but they're also using it as a place to convene, collaborate on things, and also create. So in the new Central Library, which we're the old, the old building, but in the shell of the old, we've created this brand new building. And in fact, it looks brand new on the outside as well. We have, when we walk in on the first floor, we have 2 floors above us and 2 floors below us. The first floor is very popular items. It's the children's library, our Starbucks coffee shop. As we move up in the building, we come to what would be perhaps termed the Reader's Library, though the Digital Learning Lab is on that floor as well, where people can tinker with 3D printers, laser cutters, all kinds of things. We have STEM, which stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math, Digital Learning Lab. So there we've got flight simulators, we have computer coding classes. And then our quietest floor would be the top floor, the 3rd floor, and that offers, that's the research area, so it has a lot more in-depth research items. Below the 1st floor, we have the Aronson Auditorium, so a lot of public meetings. That's also the floor that technically the garden, the Mary Louise and AR and Mary Louise Tandy Garden is located on that level. And that's a great outdoor space. So after story time, the kids are down there riding tricycles, playing lawn games and whatnot. On the 2nd lower level is a space that I'm particularly excited about, and that is the Greddington Center for Learning and Creativity. And that is a center that teaches ideation, so creative problem solving. So we had a new staff member right before we opened. She had not been in the building before, and she just looked around and she said, "I feel rich." I mean, it's just utterly like a beautiful gift to Tulsa. From Tulsa to Tulsa. It was funded by philanthropists in the city to the tune of $30 million. City voters voted an additional $10 million and improve our Tulsa funds for the library. And then the library used its reserves, which are public money, to fund the rest of it. So it is a beautiful, beautiful building, but it's highly functional, highly useful. And so people, when they come in, are just kind of blown away. They can see kind of an echo of what it used to be like. I mean, it still has that mid-century modern look on the outside, though it looks brand new. When you walk in, it still has the open atrium area that can serve, furniture can be moved out, it's all on casters, and that can be set up for an author program that can seat 600 people. So it still, has those kind of echoes of it, but it is completely brand new. It's just a gem. It is a gem, and it is, or maybe we should say it's a jewel in the crown of Tulsa.
Did you see me in the flight simulator? I got where I could take off and fly that baby like a champ. Landing was a bit of a problem, though.
If you'd like to learn more about all that was renovated, visit centralrenew.tulsalibrary.org. But it's really worth a trip downtown to check it all out for yourself.
I couldn't believe their kids area with that massive outdoor screen. So much to do, too.
You know, Midtown has a reputation for bringing fun to Tulsa kids, too.
Please, please tell me that we're going to the toy store next. Please, oh, please, oh, please.
You better believe it. We stop in to meet Jana and Chuck Doyle at Kiddlestix next when we return with more Explore Tulsa.
Hey, it's Stevie from Explore Tulsa with my friend and optometrist for many years, Dr. Robert Zellner. Tell everybody why it's so good to come in to see you.
Well, that's a great question. Let's see, we've got 2 great locations. We try to stay cutting edge at every point along the way because let's face it, everybody wants to come in and get taken care of in a timely fashion and get the latest, greatest stuff and save some money and get on with their life. And see clearly.
And if you don't believe it, look on the website.
Absolutely, drzellner.com. You can find that we have our 2 locations at 69th and Memorial and 3030 South Harvard, or you can give us a call at 749-2020 or 461-2020.
And I got 4 kids, and I got to tell you, as a big family like that, it's affordable too.
Oh yes, and of course, the number one reason, you save some money. I mean, with our 2-pair specials, with our different unique packages that we put together, I mean, you can come in here and your money can go a lot farther than anywhere else.
And that's why with Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates, seeing is believing.
Oh, I like that, Stevie. Well done.
Are your memories fading?
And no, not the ones stored in your little gray cells. The memories you've collected on those old VHS camcorders.
Or even that beat up Super 8.
Video Revolution can restore your memories from any outdated format and return them to you in a DVD or Blu-ray form.
That way you can relive the past on the big screen.
We can even produce digital copies for you to share with your families or friends online.
Check us out on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis. Hi there, nice to see you back with us for more Explore Tulsa. Stevie, what do you have there?
I thought I'd bring a few of my toys to Kiddlestix so I could share with the rest of the kids.
That's not necessary, Stevie, because Jana and Chuck have plenty of toys for you to try before you take them home. That's what makes shopping at Kiddlestix fun for everyone.
When the kids walk in who've never been in here before and just light up, and then people who walk in here and they're completely overwhelmed, I mean, it's sensory overload, you know.
The previous owners had Kiddlestix for 30 years. I came in as a young child and shopped here with my parents, and then moved away. I lived in Montana for 12 years and came back, and still blew me away the second I walked in the door. There's so much to see here, so much for kids of every age. I worked with Sue Burdock, she was the previous owner, for a couple months before we took over, and she taught me everything from ordering to just interacting with the customers.
I was pumped. You know, we talked about doing something like that, but then we knew we couldn't compete with, and we wanted to be in Midtown, but we couldn't compete with the existing toy store that was in Midtown. So it was just perfect, a perfect situation.
I think with an iPad and a lot of the electronics is they're playing a game and then the game's over and they put it down and they're done with it. But with a lot of toys that we sell, they're gonna they're gonna grow with the child. I mean, we have, like, one of my favorites is magnetiles. They're a magnetic building block, and kids can start playing with them when they're 3, and they're just kind of getting to know shapes and cause and effect and building, and then when they get a little bit older, then they're doing more imaginative play with the blocks. Maybe they're building a bigger structure or a castle, but a lot of our toys are going to grow with the child. It's not just you pick it up, you play with it, and then you're done with it.
You know, we seek out quality toys and toys that are going to last, that parents can hand down to the next child.
You know, I didn't grow up having a ton of toys. I'm more attracted to just the simpler classic blocks. I remember I had Brio. We still have Brio here. My parents still have my Brio set. We're doing more community events, and we do craft days and play days. We've done story times, and just trying to get the community more involved and just have fun events where people can come in and play. Story times, the last one we had, a local author came in, and so she read a couple of her books and signed them for kids. And then for the play days, we have our vendors will send us product for kids to come in and try for free and take them home, and then if they like the product, then come back and buy it, or they can just come in and just play.
A lot of parents use it as a tool to sort of keep their kids at bay and whatnot. We also do a lot of pacifier exchanges. Like the kids give up the pacifier and they bring a little baggie of pacifiers, and then they're able to get a gift because they finally, or potty time, something like that. It's really cool to see the growth. They sort of incorporate our store into the growth of the child. It's really neat.
I do. I mean, there's a lot of responsibilities. I have to sit down and do a lot of ordering, especially this time of year before Christmas, but I can take a break whenever I want and ride a scooter, or my husband and I will play Frisbee. We make sure to play. We pick up the toys and we play every day. We've only been doing it for 18 months, but I already feel like we're kind of getting to see these kids grow up. We're a big part of a child's life. I mean, play is very important. We carry a lot of educational toys, but I think adults, we often forget that play is the most important. And that's what kids can do when they come in here, and they take something home and they play with it, and that's a really important aspect of their life.
Oh my gosh, Trish, they have everything at Kiddlestix. I wonder if Santa knows how to get there.
Stevie, Kiddlestix has been in Tulsa for over 30 years, so they've been working to help Santa for a long time now.
Good to know. Note to self, Santa has the hookup.
To learn more about all the great toys you'll find, visit kiddlesticktoys.com and be prepared for a good time.
And if I owned a toy store, I'd never get any work done.
You never get any work done now, so how would that be any different?
Maybe I need to surround myself with like-thinking creative types instead of South Tulsa divas.
I'm hardly a diva, but I know a new place in town that's planning to redefine the workspace, which is our next stop when we return with more Explore Tulsa.
Send me some love.
Look at us. We woke up one morning with every song that ever mattered to anyone. So now what? Music's meant to be heard, out loud, where your life happens, where you dance, where you love, and where you live. When everyone has every song ever written, what matters most is how you listen.
Come hear for yourself at Video Revolution.
Hello, I'm John Erling with Voices of Oklahoma. Our great state has been home to countless individuals whose place in history has been earned through each of their many accomplishments. Voices of Oklahoma's mission is to preserve their story in an oral history presentation like none other. Accounts direct from famous Oklahomans, political figures, and many others who have left their indelible mark on the development, history, and future of Oklahoma. So please, treat yourself by listening to those who are the voices of Oklahoma.
Like parents have a thing, when it gets too quiet in the home, we're worried. You know what I mean? I don't like silence in the home because it just feels dead.
Silence, that just doesn't feel like a creative place to me.
Turning on music in your house is almost like turning on the lights in your house.
Music makes mundane stuff better. And it's never too late to discover new things.
You just never know what song's gonna come on next.
Silence is probably the enemy of a happy home.
Come hear for yourself at Video Revolution.
Hey again, it's always a pleasure seeing you come back for more Explore Tulsa.
All over the country, the latest trend for entrepreneurs is to share collaborable office space.
Collaborable? Is that even a word?
I can make up words, Trish. It's not against the law. Plus, I needed a new way to describe a place where people can all office together in a fun open space and get in sync with great ideas for success.
Well, why didn't you just call it what Cody and Caleb did? Savage Space.
Even still today when we're like, oh yeah, what are you guys doing? And my friend and I opened up a co-working center. You're like, what is that? You like opened up a Starbucks or something? And I'm like, no. I actually met Caleb at a church group One Thursday night, he just walked in.
He was probably the only person when I met him that I connected with.
Met Caleb there on a Thursday. We probably didn't actually officially meet until a few weeks later on like a Sunday night hangout. And then we ended up spending a week together in Colorado. And I had paid to go snowboarding for a whole entire week and ended up just spending every morning drinking coffee and walking around the snow with Caleb, talking about life ideas.
When we got to know each other, I realized that he grew up way, way, way different than I did. But what was weird is that we got along.
Something that I found from working at home was I had no one to talk to. I couldn't go to the kitchen and run into anyone in my break room. It was just my fiance or me.
For me, art, entrepreneurship is all about connection and it's all about community. It's not just about producing a great product, but it's about is that product or is what you're providing creating that community, and is it connecting with people? Is it providing value for people?
The idea came from Caleb and I's conversation after conversation of wanting to do life together on a real level, not just hanging out together, not just simply chatting over Instagram or Facebook, but the idea of actually spending every day getting things done respectively. And as we started to hash that idea out more and more, we thought of how could we incorporate all of our friends, all of the other people that we don't even know around Tulsa who are getting stuff done with us. So as we started to hash out these things and we started to work together, then the idea of co-working became something we couldn't get away from. So we just started putting a business plan together to see if numbers would work, to see if Tulsa was a good location for it. Everything we had read from Forbes down to the local newspaper said that just Tulsa is about to blow up for entrepreneurs. There's something in the air here, much like the oil money that we used to have is now going into techs, going into creative arts. And with all of the different arts coalitions that we have around town, we just thought this would be the perfect place for it. Our desired demographic is that person who just loves community and loves to work freely. So all the way from the person who's covered in tattoos that wears sandals and a tank top every single day to the executive CEO or the freelance CPA who has a suit and tie. All of those people are welcome here that just have a simple desire to be efficient, be effective, and communicate with other people. So many people, especially in Tulsa, love that communal aspect of doing life together. That's why we have so many great events around our city. That's why we have so many volunteers that pour into the Greenwood, pour into Crybaby Hill, and are boosting these areas. So as we found this building specifically with this exact location right in the center of all these great happening areas, we started to put two and two together, and we thought this is the perfect place to draw just about anybody.
Whether you're a business owner or an artist or a creative entrepreneur, everyone needs a platform to get out there. There might be a guy who's working on his business plan and he's sitting next to a graphic designer and they get together and the graphic designer is like, I can design your business cards, I can do your logo, let's trade some stuff. And you're building that community within Savage of people working with each other to help get that platform built.
I hope Savage is going to be a household name. We have day packages that allow people to just simply come in for one day at a time, and I want those to be widely known all over the city.
I would like to be all over the city. I would like to have different hubs of Savage in Broken Arrow, South Tulsa, Owasso, to where no matter where these people are as they're going throughout Oklahoma or the Midwest, that they have a spot to work.
If this company over here has got a business partner coming into town but they don't have an office for them, don't send them to Starbucks, send them to Savage Space.
I love it when people become such good friends that they can work together, come up with a great idea, and help everyone find the same kind of camaraderie.
To schedule a tour, visit savagespace.co to reserve a workspace for yourself.
Plus, they've got their spot set up where you can get free coffee and beer. Maybe they should look into throwing some free beef in on the deal, too.
To find out if that's even possible, just ahead, we'll stop in at Harvard Meats when we come back with more Explore Tulsa.
I want to get a new TV. There's like 1,000 different brands, all with different features. I wish I could make sense of it all. What do you think is best?
You should go to Video Revolution. Their experts will tell you everything you need to know. They carry the latest LED and 4K TVs and will even install it and set it up for you too.
She's right. You wouldn't talk to anyone but your dentist about your bicuspid. So when it comes to home entertainment, only trust the experts at Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Oh, I want to tell this story.
Okay. You don't have to go out of Tulsa to find creative people, creative firms to be able to work on projects.
We are where East meets West. It is because of the old 11th Street Bridge. That is the reason that Route 66 even came to Tulsa.
I'm approaching retail almost from an artist's viewpoint.
We've got the capability here, we've got the success, and we have the people that are committed to it. That's a great recipe for success.
All right. For those of you who are meat lovers, have we got a treat for you for just sticking around for more Explore Tulsa.
Now, Stevie, what's your favorite part of cooking out on the grill?
I love it when you get the fire going, you slap that steak on the grill, and there's that sizzle. You know, my first job, I worked my way up from dishwasher to fry cook and finally grill master at the Bonanza Sirloin Pit.
I'm guessing that place went out of business real fast. But a family-owned operation that continues to serve nothing but the best is Harvard Meats.
Meat's easy to cook. You can do it in a crock pot. You can bake it, you can grill it, you can broil it. I mean, and with Google now, you can look up any recipe you want. Well, my dad's done the meat business since he was 19. He's traveled around from state to state to Canada, opening up different meat stores. We always had freezers full of meat. We very rarely got a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, so when we got that, we were happy about it. So throughout his whole life, he's either been, going from state to state, or he's been here. Miami, Oklahoma is where we grew up, so he had a meat store there. My brother opened this, like I said, February will be 9 years. We opened up our new location in Broken Arrow at 91st and Elm, January of this year. My brother owns this one and has for about 9 years. And about 4 years ago, I came and started managing it for him. Growing up, you did more like the sides and quarters of beef. So you go into the meat store, you see the big sides and quarters hanging, and I remember, playing around with them. And we used to do like the Rocky thing and hit the meat. That was always fun as a kid. Now we get pieces in. So we'll get like the whole short loin, the whole ribeye roll, and then we cut steaks or roast out of it. So it's kind of a little bit different now than it was back then. People don't use the fat, the bone that they used to. They're kind of getting back to using some of the bone now. The best thing to look for is going to be the redness in the color. And then also the marbling in it. You want to see a lot of the white throughout it, kind of speckled throughout it. That's going to tell you that it's a choice or a prime grade. So if it's just the red meat, no marbling, it's probably going to be select, maybe even no roll. Doesn't mean it's a bad piece of meat. You might need to marinate it first, but usually your choice and prime grades are going to be better, and it's going to have your white marbling throughout the meats. Well, we'll cut anything you want here. So if you come in, you see a steak, you see a roast, you want it thinner, thicker, you want a roast bigger, smaller, we'll cut it for you. We grind here fresh every day. We'll pack it any way you want. So if you want to come in and you want 10 chicken breasts, but you want them 1 to a pack, it's packed in freezer paper. So if you're not going to use it right away, you can put it in the freezer. We get a lot of older people that just live by themselves. So they only do maybe half a pound of ground beef at a time. We'll pack it up, half a pound of ground beef. So we'll do it any way you want. We carry kangaroo, wild boar, elk, venison, duck, rabbit, quail. Probably every now and then we'll get stuff in like iguana, pheasant, ostrich. Sometimes that's a little harder to come by, but if we can get it in, we've got it. We have a lot of customers that come in every day, get their meat fresh every day. So they know that it's fresh, and I think people are just so busy now, they don't plan that far ahead to cook for the week. I love our regular customers. We actually even have some that have been coming in from day one when this place was open, and they actually get a special discount because they have been with us from day one to now. They come in either weekly or sometimes, like I said, some of them are even daily. They come in every day, get their meat before they go home for dinner. To us, that's community. I mean, they're like family to us. We know their kids, we've seen their kids grow up, they know our kids. It's great.
Everything in there looked so good. If only I'd have brought my George Foreman grill.
Yeah, better look next time. To find out what looks good to you, visit harvardmeats.com or stop by one of their 2 locations in Tulsa and Broken Arrow.
Going in there, I learned a lot about meat and cows too.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Well, you know why milking stools have only 3 legs?
No, why?
Because the cow has the udder. Get it? The udder.
Got it. Stick around. We'll be back with more Explore Tulsa.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get 1 pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99 or my 2-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
Why so sad, Stevie?
The dinosaur's gone, Trish.
It was a bad accident, but our technician was able to walk away from the scene.
But people are so used to seeing the dinosaur and knowing that it represented over 30 years of experience in personal service and in-home and office repair and installation.
No worries, Stevie. We'll get another dinosaur. And until then, we have a whole fleet of Video Rev trucks ready to continue serving Tulsans.
And people can still stop by Video Revolution on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Hi, I'm Kat Graham with Barbie Cookies.
And I'm Kelly Stacy.
And you're watching Explore Tulsa.
Be sure and join us next week when we meet Bill and Bobby Lowry of Home Helpers Home Care.
Special thanks to Gary Schaefer and all those responsible for making Tulsa's downtown library such a great addition to our continued revitalization.
Thanks too to Jana and Chuck Doyle for taking over Kiddlestix and letting us play with all those cool toys. And thanks to Cody and Kayla for their entrepreneurial spirit and bringing Tulsa Savage Space.
Also thanks to Katina Perry and her family for bringing great meat of all varieties to T-Town at Harvard Meats.
Remember, if you miss any of the show, you can always catch us at exploretulsa.com.
As always, each week we feature the people, places, and attractions that make us proud to call Tulsa our home.
And hey, don't forget to like us on Facebook and share with us someone you think Tulsa should know more about.
Plus, remember, Explore Tulsa is brought to you by Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Stop by, say hello to Ron and all the guys for all your home entertainment needs.
And Explore Tulsa is also proudly brought to you by Dr. Robert Zollner and Associates.
Home of Tulsa's best eye care value with 2 locations, 3030 South Harvard and 69th and Memorial.
Well, that's all the time we have for you on this week's show, but we'll see you next week right here on Explore Tulsa.